women ministers. They put them everywhere. And what do we see today? I don't know if any other political party has a woman as the regional chairperson. And indeed, the regional chairperson for Greater Accra is right here, a young woman. Look at all the other political parties. We have not just a women's organizer who is a woman, the national organizer is a woman. So I'm just saying to you that we practice what we preach. So what I would like for us to do is for us to discuss. And we'll have a summit, if you will, with the women's groups to make sure, and I want to go back, you know, we used to have the Council of Women, Council on the National Council Women. Now, we'll bring it back because we need to have such a council that is not politicized, so that it is there for women forever. It's not a politician who is in charge, so that everybody can come. And so we can sit and say, this is what we must do. And just as we were doing with the Association of Ghanaian Industries, we sit down and we sign a pact. So we can have goals that we can measure. That I promise we will do. Because we, more than others, understand that indeed it was the women who put Kwame Nkrumah in power. And it's the women who will put me in power. And it's the women who will keep me there. So what I am saying is, we will sit with you, we will work together, we will develop the targets, and we will implement them. Because after all, it's about implementation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. My name is KWESI Jonah, one of the teachers living in the Lekon Marginal area. Actually, I'm very impressed by the level of social and economic development that will come to this country in the event that Dr. KWESI becomes our president in January 2009. That's right. Unfortunately, there was not a single sentence about how President NDUOM will manage the economy to make all this development possible. Not a single sentence. The IMF, just last month, concluded what they call Article 4 consultations with the Ghana government. And 3 key issues came from this consultation. One, a very wide deficit in Ghana's external account. A huge fiscal deficit, approximately 9% of GDP. 4.5% deficit is too bad. 2 times that of. Then, finally, huge subsidies on utilities enjoyed mainly by urban-based populations. Potential President NDUOM, January 2009. How are you going to deal with these 3 problems to make sure that money will be available on a sustainable basis to deliver all the development you have promised?
Thank you. And Dr. That was short, and this gentleman has had his hand up for a long time. You can make that short, you bundle your response, your question as well together. Yes, the gentleman right there.
Thank you. My name is Kobi Asma from Daily Graphic. Dr. NDUOM, since this morning, we've been trying to reach your line and that of the CPP party chairman. Unfortunately, we couldn't get you, but thanks you are here with us. Can you confirm to us that Dr. Edward Mahama, the PNC flag bearer, will be your running mate?
Let me quickly.
I'm sure you want to take that first.
No, let me quickly answer the question, the first question, because I'd like to tell the respected Mr. Jonah, those 3 mentioned, the 3 items he mentioned, I'm not afraid of them. It's a matter of how we spend the money. That is the issue. It's not that we have them. So I just want to leave it there. We can talk some more later because we don't have time. As for the matter of the PNC, I am very, very, very happy that what Dr. Liman, the Honorable Kodobotu and others started, that we have come to a point where together, PNC and the CPP will work together to prosecute our election agenda 2008. so that work and happiness can come back. And just as I'm being told, we don't have a lot of time, let me just also sign off with work and happiness. I will do my best. You should do your best. Oh, beautiful God.
Thank you very much. Now it's my pleasure to invite the Director General of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation to say a few words.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, viewers and listeners. In fact, when the IEA invited me yesterday to give the closing remarks, I had to do a lot of consultations this morning with friends in Kumasi before I set up. I had my own reservations because if I'm to play the role a normal person does when giving closing remarks, the CPP people over here may claim that perhaps I've diluted the vision, the objectives, and the strategies Dr. KWESI has stated. Those on the other side may claim that perhaps I've enhanced his vision, his objectives and strategies. So to avoid this ground, I'm not going to comment on what KWESI said so far. I'll leave it with you, viewers and listeners, to use your own judgment. You've been empowered enough to decide whether to vote for the presidential candidate or the CPP or the other candidates who are yet to appear. However, I would like to talk about the concept of using the multimedia, radio and television, to reach about 12 million people simultaneously. We've had a lot of elections in this country, but it looks like what we are having this year look very unique from a lot of indicators. You can see that innovation has been introduced into this year's elections, and I can promise you that this sort of encounter, we will try to enhance it in such a way that no presidential candidate can afford not to participate. In fact, yesterday I was with the Vice Chancellor of KWESI and the Provost or the Director of the Bureau of Integrated Rural Development. We're planning with the Kumasi University to organize a program like what we did with energy. We'd like the presidential candidates to tell the general electorate their strategies, their vision, their strategies for integrated rural development. And I believe there may be other areas that we will try to bring to the fore for such discussions. And I believe that Ghanaians will be by their radios and televisions, get empowered about what the various presidential candidates will tell them and vote wisely. I thank you very much for coming.
Make your way there as well. Thank you.